Hello, hi, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining us today as we dive into a 10-minute post-workout mobility flow. So this is designed to help for those who just came out of the gym or whatever your workout was. I just came out from the gym. And so just showing you a quick 10-minute routine of what I do to help me post-workout to continue to keep my flexibility as well as mobility after doing strength training. So we're going to begin in a child's pose at the back of our mat. And we are going to have our knees wide, knees on the side of the mat, big toes touching. And we're going to begin by walking our hands so we can bring our chest and our stomach and our forehead down to the mat as much as possible while still keeping our tailbones close to our heels as possible, as close as possible as you can. And we're going to hold this for 5 rounds of breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 3. And with every exhale, just remember to sink deeper and really allowing yourself to just be in this stretch. And 1. And so then we're going to make our way into tabletops, making sure our wrist is tracking underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. We're going to begin neutral spine as we move into cat and cow. So in cat, we're going to first tilt our tailbone up, arching our back and opening up our shoulders. All right, really awakening and releasing any tension that was in our shoulders or back. And now we're going to move into cat, tilting our tailbone, curving our back and shoulders. And here we're in cat. And we're just going to move through that again. And we're going to do that 3 more times. Maybe adding extra movement to the side, whatever feels good in your body. 2. And 1. So now we're back in tabletops. We're going to do thread the needle. So that's really good, especially for waking up and mobilizing our shoulders and even upper back after those upper body days. So first I'm going to start with my left hand, lifting it up overhead. And I'm going to thread it and place it through my right hand and bringing that shoulder down and my left cheek down on the mat. And I can stay here with my right hand or I can stretch it out in front of me to deepen that stretch. We're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bringing back that right hand and unthreading it and lifting it right back up, placing it down, doing the same thing for the right side. So lifting up the right hand, threading it through, bringing that right shoulder down and right cheek, and then stretching out that left hand if that feels good to you. And we're going to hold this again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Bringing it back and reverse. Now we're going to move straight into low lunge. So I'm going to take my right foot, step it up, have my knee over my ankle, and maybe step it forward. More of you have more mobility and flexibility in your hamstring and deepen it. And so we can stay here or have our hands on our knee or our side, whatever feels comfortable to you. And making sure that we're tucking up like how we did before, tucking up so that we're not sitting in our hip joints and really stretching out our inner hip flexors right here. And we're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And now we're going to do the same thing to our left side. So now bringing our left foot in front, scooting that right foot back if that feels good in your body. Having them in the same highway, different lanes, right? While still having our hips squared forward. And our hands can be on our hips or on our knee. And we're just gonna hold this again for 5 rounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, we're gonna get into 90-90 stretch or half pigeon. As I'm gonna bring my right leg down, making sure that my shin is parallel to the front of the mat, 90 degrees. And then I'm going to have this left foot back. I'm gonna have this left foot behind me and also at a 90-degree angle. I'm just gonna scoot around so that I know that my hips are squared in front of me. Maybe flexing the feet to keep them aligned and the knees tracking with the ankles. And I can stay here, or I really want to enhance this stretch. I'm just gonna lean forward. And maybe placing my right hand on the right knee to help press it down. But we wanna have a gentle press, not a push, no pain. And we're just gonna hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Right? If you can stay here, or if now for the other side. So I'm just gonna do windshield wipers to switch me out. And now I have my left foot in the front and my right in the back, right? Squaring my hips now to the back of my mat. And I'm gonna use my left hand and gently ease my knee down as I'm easing down. I'm gonna do that for 5 rounds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Now for the left side, I'm gonna begin by making sure my left foot is in front, ankles track with my knee, and my right is in back with my knee tracking my ankle, still having my hips squared, now to the back of the mat. And I'm gonna use my left hand to ease this left knee down as I'm hinging forward. And we're gonna do it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Great. So now I'm going to move into butterfly. Right? So butterfly, we should all be familiar with that. Just having the soles of our feet touch and having space in between our groin and our feet. Right? And so you can hold it here at your toes, at your ankles, whatever's comfortable for you. I'm just gonna flap it out, making sure that my spine is erected, keeping it straight so I'm not hunching and creating unnecessary tension in my back. We're gonna just flap this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then our last stretch of today is going to be reclined pigeon, right? So moving onto our back, we're going to lean back. We'll start with our right leg, having it 90 degrees once again. Right ankle right below left knee. And then having this at 90 degrees, our left foot. And we can stay here or use our hands to really go in between and use our hands to press our left foot closer to us, and then using our right elbow to press out our right knee. And pulling it forward, holding this for 5. Remember to breathe. With every exhale, fall deeper into the pose. Allow gravity to take its course. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now releasing that, shaking it out, and do the same thing for the other side. So left angle underneath the right knee, placing hands in between, pulling it forward, flexing those feet, and hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And then release and shake it out. And that is it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully that was helpful. Please let me know, like, maybe what you do post-workout. I would love to try it. At a newfound gym girly. Just trying to figure out how I can still strength train, but also keep my flexibility and mobility. And so I would love to know tricks and tips below. So please comment. Yeah. And let me know what else you want to see or what I should try. Thank you and see you soon.